This little tag right here is very, 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 very powerful. At this point, automation should be a part of your business.
Turn it to a conversion engine.
Do y'all see this? You've just entered the twilight zone. I want to help everyone. All the restaurants have a need.
Facebook, Instagram, Google, WhatsApp, Telegram, even your own website chat widget.
T2T will always work.
But having these conversations with our customers, we could build those relationships.
Interact with our favorite restaurants in person and in digital. A solution-driven conversation, guys.
This is what we want.
And it's something I am really excited for.
Well, Ryan, we're just getting started.
You're not selling a bot, you're selling a solution.
The inbox. This is your money box, guys.
Every consumer now has NFC access.
You've really brought the technology down to the level of your neighborhood.
You are starting a conversation with your customer that never ends.
Stop making people work to buy from you. Make it as easy as possible.
Nfc, baby. If I wanted to get the email as well, let me show you how easy that is. You can't do that with Uber Eats and then also send a text. When this happens, I want these 10 things to happen afterwards to make sure I get that customer feedback, get that customer to come back again. My success has been because I make basic bots that solve big problems.
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
Tap the table, change the game.
It's a great space to be in.
Ryan Baggotts legit blew my mind.
That nails it on the head.
It was a mission all year long. What is going on, people of the internet? We're back in the digital marketing twilight zone, and I'm your host, Ryan Baggott, and boy, I've got some fun things to show you today. Every time it feels, well, is Ryan ever going to just do another episode again, or is he just too busy? Is he playing around? Let me tell y'all something here. You're not going to find another podcast today that the host is going to just sit here and show you a shoe that he recently, well, I didn't buy this one. My wife bought this one for me. I'm going to show you something here today that I think is going to blow your mind, because my mind's constantly blown. You know this. If you're not learning, you're losing. This is the truth. My name is Ryan Baggott, and I'm going to take you guys on a digital marketing journey today, talking about my favorite thing. One of my favorite things, and that would be Nfc, baby. Let's see if we can make my stuff a little brighter here. All right. So, NFC stuff. What is NFC? I'm going to break it down for you real quick. So, near field communication, guys. You have probably seen lots of this stuff by now if you've ever been here before on this rocking awesome channel. This is an NFC card. Okay, NFC is near field communication. Essentially, this is QR code 2.0. Everyone knows what a QR code is. Okay, here's your QR code. Cool. But on the back here, it also may look familiar. Maybe this is almost identical. In fact, it basically is a hotel room key, but I have a special printer so I can print things. Essentially, what does a room key do? It ensures securely that the person that has this key can enter the programmed door. This is like one of the most basic use cases of NFC technology. You wouldn't think to ever use the hotel room key for digital marketing other than, and I've seen this before, especially in Myrtle Beach, maybe businesses will advertise like their logos or something on the cards and essentially pay for these cards, because the hotels, they go through a lot of these things, right? And a lot of them, what are they doing? They're switching and they're not even using the NFC tags anymore. Especially the higher end hotels and resorts are going to give you a wristband in a lot of cases. A wristband, a rubber wristband that'll let you into your room. And even cooler, even more efficient, even better, what are they letting you do? They're letting you use your phone to check into your hotel and to enter your room. This is really cool stuff if you're like me and you like to nerd out. So the cards, yeah, they're really cool. Tap the table cards, they're the best cards that you can ever have, because we do more than just like send someone to a landing page. We have potentially thousands of automations happening from the moment in time that person, that lead, that customer, that client scans your card. It's a whole different ball game. Way back in 2020, when we first released our application with this technology, this was my go-to here. This is a NFC tag as well. It's got a little adhesive here. Really cool stuff. And it's waterproof, weatherproof, doesn't need a battery. This thing lasts forever. Very tiny, about the size of a quarter. And just imagine, okay, if you're outside and you're, waiting to get to the restaurant to order, it only makes sense because if there's a line outside, and I'm thinking how so many places work here, you can't even get to the menu to order. You don't even see a menu. So you're just waiting in line, wondering what can you order. Well, with this little guy right here and tap the table, you can easily allow your customers to tap, view your menu, and if you'd like, order. This is the only thing that makes sense to me. The other thing I want to just mention here, because I just don't give this enough time, is have you ever placed an order for, say, a pizza or Chinese? You need to delivery. And I guess Uber Eats and DoorDash, they have some form of this communication with their application that you must download. But if you don't want to download their app and you still want to order food, wouldn't it be nice to be able to communicate with that restaurant or delivery driver to receive actually like text updates? Well, this is also what Tap the Table allows you to do. The moment you have placed your order, the line of communication is officially open between you and the customer, or the restaurant and the customer at that point. Anyways, today I want to show you guys a new use case for NFC. Before I turn on a little reflector here, let's look at these notes that I've got for you. So essentially what we're about here, and you heard it in the intro, make things simpler, faster, and more convenient. That is what it's all about. That's what the premise of Tap the Table, it lives off of. This is that whole ideology: simpler, faster, and more convenient. That's what technology does. If you've ever worked hard enough and got lucky enough to save some money for something that you wanted before, whether that be some sneakers with the brand of Mr. Michael Jordan's symbol here, or a car or a house, anything of major value to you at any stage in your life, how awful would you feel if what you thought you were buying was fake? Wouldn't this suck? If you thought you were spending 400, 500, 180, depending if you're shopping the deals, dollars on shoes, you thought you're getting the real deal, but in fact, you get a phony, a fake, a fugazi, a fraudulent carbon copy, copycat. This is not worth the effort, right? It's not worth the money if it's fake. Now, there might not be many other people out there that would know it's fake. Maybe everyone would. But in the case, you're just relying on someone or some business out there to do the right thing and ship you real merchandise. And it was hard to tell, maybe, because if you're not an expert in whatever you're buying. Well, wouldn't it be nice to be able to authenticate that? Wouldn't it be nice to be able to just know for sure what you got is legit? Along with all the other fun stuff and good stuff NFC is and has been used for, like reading, just simply reading the data, like reading that menu, integrating with other channels like Tap the Table, and collecting customer feedback. I think this could be one of the most powerful use cases that people have not brought to light yet. So that's what we're going to do. First, I'm going to show you guys a little something here. We're going to make sure that you guys can see everything that I can see on this device. So let's turn on a little reflector here and get us sharing the screen. Boom. How are y'all doing? It's been a minute since I've been able to do a fun little podcast, but we're going to see what we can do. Have some fun. So let's pop my little guy over here. Can minimize this and share the screen. Let's see if we can share the screen at least. Boom, here we go. Are we going to be able to do it? Share the screen, baby. All right, let's minimize this guy. And boom. All right. Unable to share. Why is Restream want to do it to me? We got to get you to see the screen here. Give me a second here, guys. See if we can't get a little video to share for you. Share that screen. Rats. We're going to have to change our browser. But this is important, and you're going to want to see how this works. So give us 1 second here, folks. All right, here we go. So let's move this here. All right, here we go. Hopefully you guys can hear me. Hopefully it's not as loud as I just heard myself. So we've got our phone here, and we've got our awesome Jordan shoe. And we want to know, is this thing real? And maybe we're not just experts on knowing if this stuff's real, right? So how can we tell? Well, I guess obviously the real OGs in there, they could just look at it a mile away and know this thing's real. But me, I don't know. So maybe I need my phone to tell me, is this real? This will work on Android or iPhone. I've actually purchased a crappy Android phone just to show you guys that the stuff does work. But in this case, let's go ahead and check this thing out. So here's my Jordan, and here's my phone. What we're gonna do is we're just gonna hope this thing's real. We're just gonna tap this thing, and we're gonna see if we can make a notification appear. Now, how we do this? With NFC, my friends. So let's just check this thing on out and see what we can get, and hope that the notifications will pull on both my phones while I'm sharing here. Let's first use the Android, because I might have a suspicion here that my iPhone may not want to show the notification. So I got my Android phone here, and I bring it close. Bam, working perfectly. And I get the notification here on my phone that it's authentic. Let's see if we can make old iPhone do this. So we should be able to here. Now it's woken up. I'm going to take my shoe, see if it's real. We're just going to tap it just close enough. We should be getting that notification. Come on, iPhone. We'll just put it right on there. What I've done here, guys, is I put an NFC tag right on the inside of this shoe. So let me turn my phone off real quick and give it a refresher here. See if we can't make this. There it is. Y'all see how it worked there? Get it just close enough. Let's get back on the lock screen. It might be fake, that's why. Just kidding. There's the notification. I tap it. Authenticated. Serial number matches the one on the box. Actually, I don't know if there's a serial number on the box, to be honest with you, because I would assume there is. I'm sure there is. And so we wanted to match it digitally. And so in this case, the idea is tap the table's URL would be the brand's URL, because that's how you're able to verify. If verification of a domain and a brand is good enough for Google, in this case, in this way, it's good enough for us. By the domain is what verifies. The message on the screen is also legitimate and not a fake website. So let's look at this again. What we've done here, we have, let's put the screen a little bit bigger. Boom. So here on the back of the shoe, do you see this? This is the tag. So all I did is I said, let's just tap this shoe here with our phone, and the NFC appears here. And we just tap the notification, and then boom, the authentic label appears. Y'all see how that works? So what I see is, if I can see the serial number somewhere on the shoe, on the box, and when I tap, it just works. To me, I know this is an authentic Jordan. Okay, so I wanted to do this demonstration to actually show you what is. Wendy said something here. Let's see what Wendy says. Is pixelated. Yeah, let's see what we can do here. The camera looks weird. Let's see if we can just bop something out here and see if something changes. Can't change it once live, so lame. We're gonna get out of looking at me anyways, because I'm gonna show you the real reason why I wanted to. Hopefully, anyways, the real reason I wanted to show you guys all this stuff in the first place, and it is because the reason is, let's turn this little phone off. I want to show you guys. I just wrote a blog about this very subject, and that's not the important thing. The important thing is there's a lot of people that don't understand why their websites and their blogs and their content on the internet just doesn't make it on Google. They don't see their stuff. This is like one of the most common problems out there. So I'm going to show you guys exactly my method on getting things to rank on Google the right way. I'm just going to get my little sign-in windows over here just how I need them to be, and then I'll start sharing my screen again. How are y'all doing today? Every day's a good day, if you ask me. So here we go. Almost there. We're going to have to probably use the, nope, okay, cool, it knows us. Authenticated. So let's go ahead here. Grab this URL. This will be worth it, because if you've ever just wondered, like, is it working? Is my stuff on Google? Can Google see my stuff? We're going to solve that question today. And let's just get it prepared here. Google search. Bam, son. Every day is good. One more time over here, and I'll be ready to switch my screen. Thank you for your patience. You're the most patient millions of viewers I've ever had. All right, so here we go. We're going to share our screen here one more time. And I'll turn this down here. We want to share. Boom. Let's share it that way. Will that work? Cool. So hopefully you guys can see my screen here. Let's remove these little captions. We don't want these. Let's hide them. They're annoying. And let's see if I can. Can I make this thing any bigger? No, they're not letting me move this guy. Okay, cool, whatever. Bam, a little bit. All right, so here's my little blog I wrote today. You got your photo there, got the text, and it's structured nicely. And it's all about what I just told you guys about, okay? I'm probably going to end up including little snippets from this video here in a couple days if it doesn't rank immediately, but it probably will because there's not so much content. This is a little blog article I wrote, and I want to make sure that Google knows I wrote this article and that they get high, and I'm the authority here when it comes to NFC. That's the goal. And so you continually put stuff out there about the topic with your researched and qualified keywords. And if the topic, the content is good and people see it, then Google will say, oh, this is great. Let's show more people. So how do we achieve this aside from making the content good? Let's just assume that what I've written here is good. Okay. We're going to assume that much, or at least it's not horrible or bad. Okay. Doesn't even necessarily have to be good. What we want to do once we've created our blog post or website or anything online, once we've created this, the next step here is to take that domain, which is just your URL up top, and go to a little something called Google Search Console. This is probably the least visited Google property by the masses out there. There's no reason for the average consumer to ever go here, only if you have a website, and only if you have a website and care that it actually ranks and does the things that you want it to do. Most people feel like once they've got the website, they're good. Everything's straight after that, and they're wondering why. Well, why the heck is my competitor showing up here and I'm not showing up here for my main thing I want to show up for? This is a little question, many answers, but one thing's for sure, to improve your chances tremendously to show up on Google and the things you want to be showing up for, is to head over to Google Search Console. So you'll do that, search for a Google Search Console, and this will appear. You'll hit start now, and then you'll be brought to this next page. In this case, we are looking at BaggottsBOTs Search Console here, and had a big bump about 2 months ago. That was a fun little couple days there. But here I'm going to show you what you need to do. First of all, you tell Google that you own your website. And so before you even get here, if you've not done this, hopefully you have. A lot of the website builders out there nowadays, I believe, have this built in, so don't freak out too much if you don't know. But you need to go, just type in Google site verification. When you verified your website and Google says, oh, okay, that's your website. And now, even if this is not a Google site or something, we know that's yours. So we can give you information and help you understand things better because you verified your site with your URL. Normally, this is a very easy thing to do. If you've not done this, you've bought your domain at GoDaddy, for example, you'll be able to paste one little line, a text record, in what's called your DNS settings. And when you submit this record that you get from Google, it's a little bunch of characters, like a serial number, a giant serial number that you paste in this text record. Google says, okay, cool. We get the password. You put the password on your DNS side of things for your domain. And so now this is really, once that's done, which again is super duper easy, you're going to Google Search Console. You're going to want to submit a sitemap. But even if you don't do that, you've got the link to your content. So in this case, I've got the hyperlink here, the URL of the blog in Search Console. What I'm going to do, it says inspect any URL. And because I've already got my website here selected, I've got many here that I'm not going to click on necessarily right now. Make sure that's actually selected, and you just paste the URL. Bam. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. And so what does it say? Rats. It says the URL is not on Google. This page is not in the index, but not because of an error. See the details to learn why it wasn't indexed, okay? So the reason it wasn't indexed, I already know the answer, is because I just posted this blog like an hour ago. So it's not had a chance to crawl. Google has not had a chance, out of the billions of websites out there, had a chance to look at mine and say, ooh, this is awesome content and it's about NFC stuff and marketing. Let's place this somewhere out there so people can see it. It's telling me right now, Google is telling me it's not on Google. So please understand, guys, this is literally how someone like me can tell you, is your website working the way it should run? You can do this yourself. It takes a little bit of effort to complete the steps. But once you've done this, you can understand, okay, it's not on Google because it's brand new. Maybe this is important and I want to wait on Google to hopefully find it. So I checked it and I'm going to request indexing. Indexing that it's going to actually be able to appear in a search result. So I'm going to hit request. And this is going to start testing. It says testing to see if it can be indexed. It's going to take a minute or two, but it's not even going to take a full minute. And it will tell me, cool, the next time that we're able to crawl, we're going to crawl your website. And because Ryan is an OG, we're going to ensure that we rank this homie because he's our friend. So what it really says, that was my translation, of course. It says index requested. The URL was added to a priority crawl queue. Basically, that Ryan is an OG gangster and deserves to be crawled immediately. Submitting the page multiple times doesn't help. Doesn't help. Cool, got it. I love their buttons. Google's funny. So that is all you have to do, guys. And so by submitting your content to Google and telling the search console, yo, homie G's at Google, please rank my stuff. You're doing a lot of positive things for yourself here. That is it, guys. This one is actually not going to be a 4-hour long show. I just had to show y'all the things. I also just really wanted to show off, obviously, the creativity here because this is insane. If you're just like waking up there and tuning in, I'm going to show you one more time. Let's use the old crappy Android phone. Now, supposedly, according to Amazon, this phone here is a rugged Android phone that I could like throw off a cliff and it should still work. We'll see about that. Luckily, there's no cliffs around Hillhead. It's waterproof too, which is a plus. Anyways, I got this literally just to show you guys if this, this stuff works on both Android and iPhone stuff that we do here. So I've got the phone just turned on, and all I'm going to do is just tap this mode, make sure it's actually turned on, and then let's tap it. So let me just put my little sign in here. Boom. And let's test it. It's on the back on Android. Let's see, where's it at? There it is. And so this is what it pops up to. What's that say, son? Authentic. Affiliate authenticated. Something like that. Shout out to Wendy for making it on the fly. So yeah, it works. It works well. And you got the cards again. This is what everyone likes, the little NFC cards. It just works. Contact info coming through. Oh, this one's not programmed. This one might be there. This one's programmed. You like that? A little business card action. Yeah, be careful what finger you show up there. So, boom. That is how you do it. Yes, when you tap my business card, you're able to watch a little video. How fun is that? This is the future, guys. 2022, it's here. You just honked at me again. And again, I'll show you one more time my favorite ones, or one of my favorite designs. This right here. This will never, like, it's forever, man. You can't, these are indestructible. Waterproof, doesn't need batteries, no wires. Put this thing anywhere and it's going to work. Boom, just like that, like freaking magic. I hope you guys had a great time with me today, and I hope you have a great rest of your week. Thanks for watching. Peace.